Good morning, students. We are doing our chapter Structure of Atom, chapter number 4. In this chapter, we are learning structure of atoms of different elements. And we have already learned that the atom consists of a nucleus which is located in the center of the atom. And this nucleus contains protons and neutrons. Protons are positively charged particles which gives positive charge to the nucleus, and neutrons are neutral particles. So that's why the nucleus is positively charged. Around this nucleus, there are different shells called energy shells. And in these shells, electrons are placed, and these electrons are continuously revolving around the nucleus in their fixed orbits or path. So there are various shells like K shell, L shell, M shell, and these shells can accommodate some electrons in them. There is capacity, minimum energy level, that is K shell can accommodate 2 electrons in it, like this. Similarly, the L shell can accommodate maximum 8 electrons. It is the capacity of L shell. So second shell is L shell, which contains maximum 8 electrons. Then is the M shell, and then is N shell. So in this way, there are various shells in which electrons are accommodated, and they are revolving around the nucleus. Now here we are taking example of a sodium atom. Its atomic number is 11. That means it contains 11 protons and 11 electrons. So how are these 11 electrons placed in various shells? In the first shell, K shell, there are 2 electrons in the first shell. Then in the L shell, maximum 8 electrons can be accommodated. That's why L shell contains 8 electrons. And after that, only 1 electron is left, which goes to the M shell. So this is called the electronic configuration of sodium. So students, we have learned this electronic configuration in our last period. So today, we are discussing about the valence electrons and the valency. What are valence electrons? So for this, let us again study this sodium atom. It contains this outermost orbit. Which is the outermost orbit in the sodium atom? M shell, right? So this M shell outermost orbit is called the valence shell, because the electrons which are located in this shell are called valence electrons. And these outermost electrons are actually taking part in different chemical reactions because they are placed quite away from the nucleus. So these outer electrons which are present in the outermost shell are called valence electrons, and they actively take part in the chemical reaction, right? So here, what are valence electrons? The electrons which are present in the outermost shell of the atom of an element are called valence electrons, and this outermost shell is called valence shell. Now let us take some example. Hydrogen, atomic number 1. That means what does we know about it? Yes, it contains 1 proton and 1 electron. So this 1 electron, how it is distributed in different shell? It will be located in the K shell, right? So hydrogen has only 1 shell, K shell. So valence shell is K shell. How many electrons in the valence shell? 1. So valence electrons are 1 here. Now carbon, atomic number 6. That means 6 protons and 6 electrons it contains. So how electrons are distributed? 2, 4, right? So outermost shell is L shell. And how many valence electron? Yes, 4 valence electron in the M shell. Sodium, atomic number 11. Electronic configuration 281. So how many valence electron here? 1. Next is chlorine atom, atomic number 17. So in this outermost shell, how many electrons are present? Yes, 7. So valence electrons are 7 here. So now we know now, students, that what are valence electrons? The electrons which are present in the outermost shell are called valence electrons.